Okay, hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are going to draw this reference right here, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Now this is going to be a step-by-step process, and I'll show you the steps you need to understand in order to draw the proportions of the head, especially when it comes to a three-quarter pose looking up, because you need to understand the basic proportions, right? And that's what we're going to be using today. So I will show you how to do the laying, and then I'll show you how to kind of add the structure of the head. All right, now without any further ado, let's get started. I'm gonna be using a, let me see, a 7B pencil, because this one is dark. It's really dark, but whenever I draw, I don't really use a dark pencil. I start with an HB. Now whenever you start with the Loomis method, the first thing you want to start with is the cranial mass. And what is the cranial mass? It's essentially this circle right here. It's the top of the head, right? If you exclude the jaw and the chin, you end up having a sphere. But now this is a circle, we need to make it a sphere. One thing you can do to make this thing as a sphere is to add a plane. So we're gonna draw an ellipse here. The closest eyebrow is going to be where this ellipse here ends. The next thing to do is to locate the brow line and the center line of the face. Now the head is tilted upwards. It means that the brow line is going to go a little bit up, somewhere around here. And then the relationship between the eyebrow, of course, and the ear, you draw a straight line to find that. The more extreme the head is tilted, the lower the ear is going to go. The higher the head is tilted, the lower the ear goes. So it gives the opposite effect. So we draw our center line, and it's going to be something like this. It's a perpendicular line to this one, the center line of the face. Now we're going to draw a parallel line to this one at the side here. Not exactly parallel because of perspective. These two lines, they're going to converge, especially this one. Okay, then we're going to draw a curve from here just to locate the bottom of the nose, which I feel like is going to be somewhere around here. Sometimes it depends on your interpretation, right? The hair, the same thing. So these lines are usually equal, okay? They are parallel also to each other. And the bottom of the chin is just going to be somewhere around here, okay? And it's going to be a little bit longer than the middle third and the upper third. The reason why is because camera angle is a little bit lower than the eye level. So the bottom third is going to be just a little bit longer. Now from here, we're just going to connect the chin, which is here. We will connect that like this with a curve, and then with another line, we'll connect that to the jaw like here. Now we have the head in a three-quarter pose that is looking up. Knowing this alone is a huge progress. If you know this, you can draw the head in any angle. Now let's add the neck. Now whenever you see a stretch here on the side, on one side of the neck, there always going to be a pinch on the other side. Connect the back. The shoulder is here. Now we can't really see the other side, so quickly let's draw the collarbone and the other shoulder. Okay, and the neck in the back, the neck starts a little bit higher than in the front. Now it's time to add the features. Now before we do that, we have to kind of fit these basic proportions to our actual reference photo, meaning that we need to adjust the shape of the forehead, right, the shape of the cheekbone and the chin, and so on. So these are the contour lines we need to take into consideration. Okay, so now I'm going to be using an HB pencil because I don't want to ruin the drawing, because I want to be more precise with my line art. Okay, so I'm going to start with here. Okay, and let me zoom in because I'm losing focus. Okay, so I think there isn't much to adjust here. I feel like we've got it correct for now. But do not be too excited. Sometimes you might think that you've got things correctly, but you end up with, you know, with disproportionate features. Sometimes you don't have to be too systematic, too, you know, technical with your approach. Now, one thing we need to do before we start adding the features is to draw a curve from here just to separate the front plane, okay, the front plane of the face and the side plane. Now we have two measure planes right here, okay, and this is where the cheekbone falls in, okay, it's like this. Now let's start with the features, and I think I need to start with the nose. So quickly, I'm gonna add the nose. I'll explain a few things. Now, whenever I draw the nose, I focus on the plane, okay? So the nostril here, okay, focus on the planes. See how I just separate the top plane from the bottom plane of this nose. So, and also understand the distance between this side of the nose and the cheekbone. Now the mouth, I just assume this is where the top lip is gonna be. Have the filter. Maybe I just go ahead and draw the shape of the mouth. Okay, draw just the shape. We open up the mouth a little bit to show that expression, and the bottom lip is just going to be a dark line here, and that is enough. No need to focus on the details, just focus on the structure. Now we're going to draw a straight line for the eyes. I assume this is where the eyes are going to be, okay, always parallel. Okay, these lines, they are parallel to each other. Now the far side eye is going to be here. Now you can draw some dots just to put down some key landmarks, okay, and this one eye here is going to be longer than this one or wider than this one because this one is the closest to us, and that is the effect of perspective. And a lot of beginners, they tend to draw them the same size, which is not correct. We're gonna just draw the eyelid, okay, the shape of the eyelid. No matter how you do it, the aim is to just get the likeness, okay? So everyone has their own approach. I think this is enough. Okay, the eyebrows, let's just draw the shape of the eyebrow like this. The other eyebrow. Okay, and now we're gonna just add the hair. Now, as you can see, the head is very tight, very close to the head. For now, let's just focus on this. Okay, so even when I draw the hair, I focus on the contour lines. I don't really focus on the details for now. Don't worry, the details will come at the end. Okay, now the ear is usually lower than the mouth, okay, but it depends on how extreme the angle is. The more the head is tilted, the lower the ear goes below the nose and the mouth. Okay, so as you can see from the nose, if you take a straight line from the tip of the lip, actually, if you draw a horizontal line, it's gonna align with the top of the ear. So this is incorrect. We need to push the gesture, the position of the ear lower. Yeah, somewhere here. So sometimes these are the details you just need to focus on, and you see that your drawing isn't that far from the reference you are drawing. Okay, maybe I need to bring them. Okay, so you can see her face from the bottom. It's pretty thin, skinny, but we made her round, which is fine. Sometimes you don't necessarily have to be 100% accurate. Okay, so now I'm erasing the guidelines that I don't need. Okay, all these guidelines, we don't need them anymore. So we're gonna just erase. It's like when you use digital art, you kind of lower the opacity just to add a second layer to refine your drawing, and that's what we're going to be doing, and that's what we're going to be doing right now. So we're going to focus on the line weight, and this is where we become very selective with our lines, and we take it slow because we don't want to ruin the drawing. Okay, so before I do that, let me just come here and add the remaining, part of the hair. Okay, I feel like I need to bring the neck a little bit lower. Here as well. Yeah, then her neck is pretty long and I made it short. And let me take it here. Right, yeah. Now you see this area here is one of the most hardest things to draw. The chin when it goes up and the shape of the jaw. It's really hard to draw. And learning the Loomis method really helps you understand, the position of the jaw and the chin in these extreme angles. You can't really know the exact position when you use freehand because you might think this is how it's supposed to be, but when you step back, you notice something else. As you can see here, I'm adjusting the shape of the neck at the back. Oh, wait a minute. So I'm gonna bring the neck a little bit inside like this. So I'm gonna push the neck to the left. Yeah, I think this one is more correct. Even though I didn't really make big changes. Let's go back to the eyes now. Let's draw the eyes. So dark lines for the eyelids, obviously. You see, I brought the eyes a little bit lower because that's what I believe is correct. The nose. The tip of the nose is a crucial indication of how the head is tilted and where the eyes should be. That's why sometimes I like to start with the nose. Okay, top and bottom plane. Okay, the mouth. Obviously, the way I am going to draw the mouth is different from what I see on the reference. There's going to be a little bit of change, just a few things that I tweak around. Like here, I made the mouth much smaller, okay, narrow. That's just my style, maybe. I always pay attention to the distance between the corner of the lip or the mouth and the contour line, the edge of the face. Okay, let's come here. Maybe you see this eye is gonna go lower and we're gonna bring it back in to the right. Yeah, I'm gonna add some dark lines here on the eye. Okay, let's come here draw some hair. I'm gonna darken this area. Okay, let's draw the hair. Oh, the eyebrows first. Always pay attention to the distance between each feature. I think the hair should be, the top of the head should be, I don't know, smaller. Yeah, I guess. So there is no, the volume of the hair is not that much. That's why it's almost like the skull. You can see the other side of the hair. Okay, now here the bottom side of the neck, you can add some these lines here. Okay, you can shade it a little bit. I don't know if I'll be shading, but let's see. Now the shading in this drawing is gonna be easier because of the way the lighting is on the reference. It's pretty clear where the light source is, and there is no that big of a contrast. Okay, so if I had to shade, I don't know if I'm gonna shade. I think this is enough, right? This is enough, because sometimes shading is not really what you will be aiming for if you are making some quick sketches. So I think this is enough. Let's add a few lines here. Now I might made some mistakes. One of the ways I can adjust my mistakes, or I can know if I made a few mistakes, is to just take a break, 5 minutes break, step away from the drawing and come back with some fresh eyes. Because when you are used to watching your drawing for a long time, or long enough, you will end up not noticing any mistakes. So that's why you kind of want to flip your drawing if you can, or you just need to take a break, go and drink some water, and come back with some fresh eyes. You will instantly see a mistake. So I think I'm gonna stop here. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and if you want to support me, you can go on my Patreon and become a member. I post like 1 hour video demos every single week, so if you want to support me, join my Patreon. It's $5 a month if you want to be part of the community and watch my exclusive videos. Yeah, so thank you so much. And we have weekly challenges that we do. It's free. You don't have to pay anything to join the Discord. It's free. So hop on and be inspired by us, okay? Because we have a lot of people joining every single week. And yeah, the community is just growing. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you all. See you in the next video. I'm kind of tempted to add some details. I don't know.